All right. Plan is to hopefully wrap up this tonight. Whoever is viewing, welcome. Thanks for joining or for watching. So the hammer here, Mjolnir, is a product of the actual symbiote, so it has to have a red tone to it, but I wanted to put gray underneath to hopefully kind of make it stick out a little bit more, not just be flat red. But I'm all out of crimson, so I'm going to switch to lipstick red. definitely red. That looks pretty cool. Let's add some shadow, some weight to it. So I'm pretty pretty happy with my reds. I'm not sure what I want to do about his mouth. If I should have it black or like a blue or something. So I'll leave it the way it is for now and start working on my inking again. As far as the inking goes, all I did was go over it once with I think it was a 0.3. So now I'm going to go over it again and thicken up the outline and certain areas that I want to emphasize. Hopefully with all this red actually create a bit more contrast. This is also a good way to cover up all my little, all the times I color outside of the line. Look like we got a few viewers. If you guys want to ask any questions or anything, please do. Right now, I'm just, again, tightening up everything. And by doing the blacks, the inking last, or really a second coat of inking, the black will be darker as well. Because when you ink and then color, the marker actually kind of washes out the black and dulls it down. I like to have really crisp black. And then after I'm done with all of this, going over the black again, I'm going to probably not go directly to the white highlights. I might have some of those, but I'll probably be adding some colored pencil on top. And I'm not sure if I want to add like an accent light source, or use the colored pencil to give the reds further depth and highlight. We could do both. So who's viewing right now? Who's here? I'm curious. What's up, Spidey Pool? Matthew asked, how do I tell what parts of the drawing need shading? Just depends on what my light source is. It's really the biggest thing. So my light source for this is kind of up here. So you'll see the darker part of the arm is right here. His finger is more lit up on top and darker at the bottom. So it's just wherever the light doesn't touch. Mjolnir is lighter up here, darker down here. His face is darker on the side and then underneath the neck at this angle, and lighter over here because that's where the light would be touching. But then on top of that, you just kind of use your judgment. So if that's my light source, but I think that his eyes could use more shading, I'll just add it in just to give it the effect. But really, the light source tells you where, primarily. And then your own judgment. So if I'm going to add colored pencil, well, I am. But when I add colored pencil, I can make it even lighter over here with a lighter red on top for a brighter light source, or I could even do a different color altogether in the darker areas to show there's some sort of secondary light source coming up from like this way. And that gives it a really nice rounded dramatic look. But I don't know if I want to include a secondary light source or not. And you're welcome, Matthew. Thanks for asking. So Spidey Pool, you getting ready to do this cosplay or what? Dude, that'd be cool. Spidey pull out, man. I'd love to see that. I don't know jack shit about cosplay, but I would think getting a Hulk hand, painting it red, and sticking some Wolverine claws out of it wouldn't be that difficult, right? And then a Mjolnir, paint it red, right? Yeah. What's up, Leo? How you doing, man? I like that you guys tune in. I appreciate that. You got home from school and came here right away? Don't you have homework or something? I hope it's showing up for you guys, but adding or redoing the black is, I think it's really helping. So that's the, oh man, that's the outline. These pens get uncomfortable after a while. But now I'm going to do the inner lines. And these are going to be smaller. The outlines I do a little bit thicker. And I didn't go quite as thick as I usually go. And then the inner lines for like musculature, is that a word? I do thinner. Leah, oh, you in college, Leah? And then for the inner lines, I'll actually go like, for the most part, thin, but I'll thicken them up at certain points, like where a shadow, to suggest a shadow. And it's hard to tell right here because it's so dark. Shit, even I'm having a hard time telling what the hell's going on. God damn it. Oh, well. But in the red part, you'll be able to tell more. So like on this part right here, this is suggestion of a bicep. It's just a line really, but if I make one part of it thicker, it suggests more depth, like a shadow is like tucked into it. Does that make sense? Same thing with the wrinkles here. I'll put thicker part of the line at the bottom, suggesting a shadow at the end there. Right on, Leo. What's your major? Spidey pool. Where would you normally get something like that, like a Toys R Us or something, to find near and I guess a whole can? Oh, do you think you'll be able to put like these tendril things in your cosplay? Game and art design. Cool, man. Did we talk about that already? That sounds familiar. All right, got my definition down over there. Oh, okay. That sounds familiar, man. So, the people that are watching right now, anybody watch this whole process so far, or how much of this have you seen? Because I think I've videotaped the entire thing, except for the pencil layer, probably, and maybe the initial inking. I probably didn't. I don't think I recorded that. But how much have you guys actually watched? And if you've tuned in to watch it, have you actually watched, or is it just on the background? Curious what people actually sit and watch. Seems like it get boring for after a while. Damn it. Maybe I'll love to see me make mistakes. So it seems pretty obvious, like doing this black area really sticks out more. Or redoing the black lines. Like there's black lines right here, but they don't really show up. And that's why I redo them. Thanks for watching, Matthew. Have you seen any of my other live streams? Just out of curiosity. I've been doing a lot more of these recently. I mean, I know I enjoy it. Oh, okay, Leah. So you've actually been watching this so far, because yeah, this is the third one. So Leo, have you actually watched it? Or is it just kind of on the background or what? You guys may have noticed that I don't do any cross hatching really. Every now and then I might, if it's like a black and white piece, but I don't really like the cross hatching. I like a nice clean look. And honestly, cross hatching can be so easily overdone. I tend to just kind of keep going and not know when to stop. So I just like the nice clean look though. Cousin's hooking you up with the whole can. All right. Nice, dude. Puffy paint. All right, man. Sounds like you got a good plan there. I think adding the tendrils or whatever you call them is kind of, I don't know. It seems pretty necessary. Otherwise, it looks like a monster Deadpool with weird, Mjolnir and the whole can. But I think the tendrils really sell it as a symbiote. Don't you agree? You had it on the background today while you're in class? That's funny. All right. So Deadpool I did with a thicker black line outline. The stuff behind him, like the sword hilt, or what do you call it, sheath, I'm going to do a thinner line because I want him to be the foreground and these things are kind of an afterthought. Fuck, that was too wide. These things are kind of an afterthought, so I'm just going to leave them thin. They're really not a priority, but they're there. Same thing right here. Whatever is bolded becomes your foreground. The eye is drawn to black, so be careful how much you put on it. Man, this is some bad color right there. Thanks for following, Matthew. Appreciate that, man. I really do. So Matthew, you draw too? Since you're asking about shading. All right, so same thing with Carnage's, what is this, the right blade? His right arm turns into a blade. I'm going to try and stick to mostly a thinner line here. Fuck. Got too thick at the end. But yeah, I want Deadpool to be the focus here. He's even got a brighter red. He is my primary focus for this. That's all right. Right on, Matthew. Yeah, we all are, dude. I'm trying to get better too. All right. This is looking a lot better. I hope you agree. So since a couple of you have watched before and are watching now, any feedback from anything I can do better as far as live streams? Does this work for you? Should I talk more? Should I talk less? Anything? Claws are a focal point, so I want them to be thicker. Straight lines are obviously really hard and damn near impossible, I think, freehand. So you might want to take note of how you feel most comfortable doing it. I think for me, it's going pretty much up, away from my body, and not using my wrist, but instead using my elbow. Since all I'm doing right now is basically tracing what I already have down. Pretty important to stay on the line that I already made. So that helps me be more precise, knowing how what works for me for straight lines. The pen will bleed when I start the line. I have problems going over lines with pen. And the pen will kind of bleed. You mean going over a pencil line? Is that what you mean? Or are you going over marker, like using markers going over the ink lines? All right, I don't think I missed any lines here with oh yeah, I did. Of course. Your ink bleeds? Well, first off, what kind of ink are you using? And what kind of pen? If it's a Sharpie, yeah, those bleed like crazy. I guess I want to know what kind of ink you're using and what kind of paper you're using. It might be something that simple. All right. I think we're set with Deadpool. I kind of think I want to keep using the thin on Carnage. Because again, I want Deadpool to be my foreground. So I'm not going to go really that thick for him. pen is Stadler Lumo Color. I'm not familiar with that, but it sounds like a pretty decent quality one. How about the paper? I mean, it shouldn't, as long as you got quality paper, it shouldn't matter. Well, if you have any more, oh, there you go. Okay, thanks. It's from our class. It sounds fine. I have like 4 different sets of fine liners. Like this is Pitt, which I like a lot. I like the tip of it. But I also have the Copic brand fine liner, and these are all right. It just the black doesn't get deep enough for me. Just something about them doesn't feel quite right for me. But and I also have Prismacolor, which are all right. So I think any of those top brands will be fine with. But I'm wondering if the paper you're using isn't a good fit for it. Like a smooth paper, the bleeding shouldn't really happen at all. And the other thing that I could think of is I don't know how fast the ink comes out of that pen, but it might just have a really rapid rate of, I don't know, discharge or whatever you want to call it. Which means you got to make an adjustment in the way you draw, which is to just draw faster or ink faster. So if you're going too slow, there's too much time there for the ink to pool up, and then it's going to spread out, I would think. Carnage definitely needs more contrast, so I'm adding little hints of black shadow. Because all the red and orange, it looks a little bit flat. I'll give you guys a heads up right now that I'll do a live stream Saturday at 9. That's Pacific time. I'm having a real cool guest that I'm really excited about. His name on Instagram is, I believe it's King of Smaster. All one word, but I love his style. So I'm pretty damn excited about it. And we'll do a live stream together. Thanks, Matthew. Glad you liked it. I'd like to do more of that. I think a series of prints like that would be pretty cool. Like Darkseid, Luke and everything, Leia, Bounty Hunter, Han Solo. That's my beard in the way there, by the way. Damn, I'm definitely not gonna be able to finish this tonight. Damn it. So, man, I don't know if I'll be able to finish this. I don't think I'll be able to finish this until, shit, maybe Saturday night. I could probably do something tomorrow, but I won't be able to live stream it. No, you know what? Probably late tomorrow night. I'll be able to live stream it. But I think early tomorrow night, I'll do the rest of the inking, and I'm not going to live stream that, like his tentacles and stuff. And then later tomorrow night, I'll do the highlights and any more shading, and that should pretty much be the final step. And my coloring on Carnage is sloppy. It usually is, but it's real sloppy. Meaning I kept going outside the lines. Venom or the Carnage might look too orange. Damn it. That's what we got so far. I think I'm gonna stop here. And like I said, I'll pick it up tomorrow night and hopefully maybe finish it. But that might be wishful thinking. I think Carnage needs a little bit more, some more dark colors, a little bit more depth to them. But hey, thank you guys for watching again. Really appreciate that. It makes it a lot more interesting for me. But till tomorrow night.